How World War II started. Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we'll explore how World War II began, examining the key causes, events, and strategies that led to one of the most devastating conflicts in history. We'll answer crucial questions like, what triggered World War II? Which countries did Hitler invade first? Why were the Germans so successful early on? And how did their expansion eventually stop? Lastly, we'll discuss how Hitler lost the war and the state of Germany after the conflict ended. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the origins of World War II. What triggered World War II? The trigger for World War II can be traced back to unresolved issues from World War I. The harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles, imposed on Germany in 1919, left the nation economically devastated and humiliated, fostering resentment and nationalism. During the 1930s, the Great Depression further deepened economic woes, making extremist ideologies, like those promoted by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, more appealing. Hitler capitalized on this discontent, rising to power in 1933 by promising to restore Germany's strength. He defied the Treaty of Versailles by rearming the country and pursuing aggressive expansion. The invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939, marked the immediate cause of the war. This unprovoked attack prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany 2 days later, officially starting World War II. However, it was the culmination of years of rising militarism, expansionism, and appeasement. Who were the first countries that Hitler invaded? The first countries invaded by Hitler before the official start of World War II were Austria and Czechoslovakia. In March 1938, Germany annexed Austria in a bloodless takeover known as the Anschluss. Later that year, Hitler demanded the Sudetenland, a region of Czechoslovakia with a significant ethnic German population, which he acquired through the Munich Agreement in September 1938. By March 1939, he violated this agreement and occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia. The invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939, marked the official start of World War II, prompting Britain and France to declare war on Germany. Why were the Germans so successful in invading European countries compared to World War I? Germany's success in the early stages of World War II was largely due to the implementation of a new military strategy called Blitzkrieg, or lightning war. Unlike the slow, static trench warfare of World War I, Blitzkrieg focused on speed, coordination, and surprise. It involved rapid, synchronized attacks by tanks, infantry, and air power to break through enemy lines, disrupt defenses, and encircle forces, leading to quick victories. The German military was also more modernized and better equipped than during World War I, with mobile units like tanks and motorized infantry that could move swiftly across Europe. Additionally, many of Germany's early opponents, such as Poland, Belgium, and France, were unprepared for this new style of warfare, making them vulnerable to rapid German advances. Moreover, the policy of appeasement by Britain and France allowed Germany to build up its military strength without immediate resistance, giving Hitler a strategic advantage when the war began. Why did their successful expansion stop? Germany's rapid expansion eventually came to a halt due to several critical factors. One of the most significant turning points was Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union, which began on June 22, 1941. Hitler believed that the Soviet Union would fall quickly, but he underestimated the size, climate, and resilience of the Soviet forces. While the Germans made substantial gains at the start, they were not prepared for the harsh winter, which stalled their advance and allowed the Soviets to regroup and launch counteroffensives. The Battle of Stalingrad, which ended in early 1943, was a devastating defeat for Germany and marked a major turning point in the war. Another key factor was the entry of the United States into the war in December 1941, following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. This brought a huge boost to the Allied forces in terms of manpower, resources, and industrial capacity. The United States' ability to produce weapons, tanks, and aircraft on a massive scale helped the Allies to gain the upper hand. Furthermore, the Allies coordinated their strategies, leading to joint operations like the D-Day invasion of Normandy in June 1944, which played a critical role in liberating Western Europe from Nazi control. As the war dragged on, Germany struggled to maintain supply lines, and its resources were stretched thin. Allied bombing campaigns targeted key industrial and transportation hubs, crippling Germany's ability to produce military supplies and reinforce its armies. By 1944, the Allies had gained momentum, and German forces were being pushed back on all fronts. The war in Europe ended on May 8, 1945, with the unconditional surrender of Germany. How could Hitler lose the war? Several key reasons contributed to Hitler's defeat in World War II. Firstly, there were major strategic miscalculations. The decision to invade the Soviet Union was a colossal mistake. Hitler expected a quick victory, but the conflict on the Eastern Front became a prolonged, devastating war that drained German resources. Additionally, Hitler often interfered in military decisions, leading to poor strategic choices, such as diverting forces from crucial battles and failing to adequately supply his troops. The coordination and strength of the Allied powers were also significant. Unlike the Axis powers, the Allies worked together closely, sharing resources, intelligence, and strategic plans. The collaboration between the United States, Britain, and the Soviet Union formed a powerful alliance that Germany could not match. The Allies' ability to open multiple fronts, first in North Africa, then Italy, and finally in France, overwhelmed German defenses, forcing them to fight on several fronts simultaneously. Lastly, Germany was outmatched industrially. Despite having a formidable military, they could not compete with the massive industrial output of the United States and the Soviet Union. This imbalance became clear as the war progressed, with the Allies producing tanks, aircraft, and ships in vast numbers, far exceeding Germany's production capacity. What was the state of Germany after the war? After World War II, Germany was left in ruins. Major cities like Berlin, Hamburg, and Dresden were heavily bombed, resulting in widespread destruction. Infrastructure, including roads, railways, and factories, was severely damaged, and millions of people were displaced. The war had devastated the economy, leaving the country in poverty and chaos. Following Germany's surrender in May 1945, the Allies divided the nation into 4 occupation zones, controlled by the United States, the Soviet Union, Britain, and France. This division later led to the creation of 2 separate states: West Germany, Federal Republic of Germany, and East Germany, German Democratic Republic. The process of denazification aimed to eliminate Nazi influence from politics, education, and society, and the Nuremberg trials brought Nazi leaders to justice. Over time, West Germany recovered with the help of the Marshall Plan, a US-led initiative to rebuild Europe, while East Germany remained under Soviet control until reunification in 1990. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share for more content like this.